Good morning, YouTube. Well, it's very early in the morning here. I wake up really early here. I go to bed really early and I wake up really early. Right now it's probably 3:30 in the morning and it's raining. I'm hoping that it's not an all-day soaker because we are leaving this morning. Our checkout is at noon. So, but right now it's like, I don't know, 3:30 in the morning or something, and it's raining. So guys, have you ever heard the phrase, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there? That is Bohol for me. I guess what I'm looking for in the Philippines is a good place to retire. Someplace that's affordable, someplace that I can somewhat get by with speaking English. But what I've seen in Bohol is there's two types of areas. One is where I'm at. It's very touristy, nice area, but very touristy. And by touristy, I mean like if it exists in the Philippines, there is somebody on the beach trying to sell it to you. Probably half a dozen people on the beach trying to sell it to you. Everything from massages, tattoos, souvenirs, food, you name it. I mean, if it exists in the Philippines, there's a half a dozen people on the beach trying to sell it to you. And it just gets annoying. You know what I mean? It just gets annoying. Literally, before you get to the beach, you got 5, 6 people trying to sell you island hopping tours. And it's just, that really does take away from the beauty of the Philippines, in my opinion. Or you got the other areas that are super rural, very poor people living in bamboo houses, basically living in wicker baskets, very it's the province area, so it's very primitive living, I guess you'd call it. Neither areas of which that I could see myself retiring in at all. So with the 7,200 islands in the Philippines, I'm convinced that there's one area that I could see retiring in. I went to Manila. Manila wasn't bad, especially the BGC area. BGC is a lot like a very clean downtown big city in the United States. All the big cities in the U.S. have nice, clean areas where the restaurants and the bars and very clean kept yards, manicured landscaping and all that. BGC was like that. However, BGC is not a cheap place to live. So, from what I saw in Cebu, the area that I was in, that's not the kind of area I could see retiring in. I'm told IT Park is a nice area, but again, if you're living in an area like that, you might as well live in the U.S. So, but anyways, so we're leaving Bohol today. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'll be honest. It's decent, but from what I can tell, the only real area that you're going to save money, a lot of people will come to the Philippines because they say it's cheaper. The only thing that I can see that is really cheaper, noticeably cheaper, are the hotels. Where you're going to be staying. I rented this place for 8 nights, I think, or 9 nights. I can't remember what it was, but it was like $300. That is cheap. That is cheap. And it's not a bad place, but it's whatever. I'm ready to go. So today, what's going to happen is we are going to get everything packed up. After Iris wakes up and stuff. Like I say, it's like 3:34 in the morning. After Iris wakes up, we'll get everything packed up and get a tuk-tuk over to the ferry. Get on a ferry, go back over to Cebu, spend the night in Cebu, and then tomorrow morning I got to get on a plane and head back to Manila, and she will get on a bus and head back to her hometown of Asturias, Cebu. It's about 2 hours out of Cebu City. I still have some time left in Manila. I don't know what I'm going to do with that time. I don't know, hang out in Manila. I might go to Angeles City. I don't know. There's a vlogger called Chubbs Dub C that I've been watching. We actually emailed a few times and whatever. We're both from Minnesota, so I might take a trip to Angeles City. Angeles City is about an hour away from Manila. I might go up there. Angeles City, here's the thing with Angeles, is like, it's kind of like the Las Vegas of the U.S., or of the Philippines. It's, yeah, just a lot of bars and, you know, and all the stuff that goes on with that. And that's really not my jam, you know, that's, I don't know. However, there's some vendors up there that sell t-shirts, Harley Davidson t-shirts that say Angeles City, Philippines on them, and I would really like to have one of them. I actually went to the Harley dealership in Cebu City, and you wouldn't believe what they're getting for a t-shirt, you guys. It's like $70 US for a t-shirt. You know, I was gonna get myself several, and you know, one for souvenirs for my friends and whatever. I was gonna, you know, buy 5-6 t-shirts, and until I saw what the prices were, I'm like, you're kidding me, you know? 3,500 pesos, you know, for a t-shirt in Cebu. I'm like, absolutely not. But I was gonna actually bite and buy one for myself, just as a souvenir or whatever. But they didn't have my size, of course, so yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna spend $70 in the Philippines on a t-shirt. Now you can buy them for 100 pesos, about $2 all over, you know, from the Tar Shear Blaze or whatever, the Chocolate Hills, whatever. You can buy souvenir t-shirts for about 200 pesos, which is about $4. Stuff like that is a little bit cheaper, you know. But things like food, you know, food, entertainment, you know, if you want to take island hopping tours, it's going to cost you $30, you know, to take the tour, island hopping, which isn't terrible. But then they get you out onto an island, and they, you know, about that time, you know, it's lunchtime, so you want to eat. It'll cost you another $25 to eat, and yeah, I don't know. It's not a cheap trip, you guys. If you think you're gonna come to the Philippines and have, you know, a cheap time, it's not cheap at all. You'll probably save some on the hotel, but they'll get you everywhere else, and I mean everywhere else. This is the country of nickel and dime. They nickel and dime you. I mean, everything's a nickel dime, dude, across the board. You know, they say that the Filipino, everybody says how friendly the Filipino people are, and this and that. And I, you know, I agree. I do agree. However, don't make no mistake. They are for profit, you guys. They will be as helpful as they can be, but they would let, you know, expect a tip wherever possible. So, I don't know. So far, you know, the Philippines was an experience. You know, I'm glad I came. I'm not. You know, I haven't had any bad experiences, but it's not what some vloggers will lead you to believe, like, you know. You can easily spend $1,000 a week here. Easily spend $1,000 a week. I've been here for 2 weeks now, and I've spent, oh boy, I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna have to check when I get home, because between cash and credit card, and you know, I'm booking all my hotels on the credit card, and I brought, you know, some cash and whatever. I'm gonna have to hit an ATM. Yeah, so don't come here expecting to be, you know, have this luxurious, cheap vacation. You know, nah, it's not cheap. Not cheap at all, actually. So, but you know, again, would I do it again? Sure, why not? Would I come to Bohol again? No. I've been here. You know, like, I'll be honest, you know, the tourist areas for me are a big turnoff. They are a big turnoff, and all the nice areas, they turn into tourist areas. You know what I mean? And by that I mean just people selling you everything from bracelets and necklaces to island hopping tours to, oh gosh, sir, you need a ride. Everywhere you turn, you know. And it's not just one or two. It is the entire time. Like, I won't even go to the Walnut Beach. Walnut Beach is beautiful, but I won't even go there just because of all of sir. You know, it's just one after another after another. I mean, I'm good, thanks. I don't know how many times I've said no, I'm good, thank you. You know, to people, it's just ridiculous. So, to me, that's a big turnoff. That's a huge turnoff, and you know, Boracay, that's probably more of the same. I'm sure it is. You know, about, you know, all the videos I've seen on Boracay, and it's not like you go walking by them. No, they will come search you. They'll see you from across the beach and come over to you, try to sell you seashells. They'll try to sell you necklaces and jewelry. They'll try to sell you island hopping tours. They'll try to sell you massages. Whatever. If it exists, they'll sell it to you on the beach. To me, that's a huge turnout for the Philippines. It just is. So, but then, you know, like I say, in Bohol, you either have that area or you have the very desolate, very primitive living, poor, you know, provincial, you know, provinces. Those are the only two areas that I saw. So, when I live in Bohol, not any of the Bohol that I've seen. Will I come back to the Philippines? I'm sure I will. But I'm going to look for less touristy areas. I don't know if there. I'm sure there are some. You know, like I say, with 7,200 islands, you guys, there's got to be a place. You know. So, anyways, so it's raining here today. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, watching the rain, doing a vlog. Like I said, we'll get everything packed up today. Hopefully, it's not an all-day soaker because we gotta take a ferry. We'll see how that goes. So, anyways, we'll see you on the next one, you guys. We'll talk to you later.